So it's called I Want to Force You. Now, you might say, oh, that's not my thing at all. I never force my partner to do anything. That's not my thing. They're always the one forcing me, and I'm more the sort of helpless victim here. But we all have this part in us that wants something in our partner to change. Like, honestly, raise your hand if there's nothing in your partner that you want to be different. No, okay, so there's things about our partner in all of us that we want to be different. So this is a practice that is pointing to those moments where you just really want them to be different, and you've kind of got locked onto that. You're like a Jack Russell with a bone, and you're just not letting go. So that forcing could be very kind of strong and blatant and obvious, but it could be more subtle. This just sort of, your style might be more to just sort of chip away, just kind of keep going at it. I'll say it again tomorrow, or I'll just subtly, have a little moan or whatever. So there's this energy of, I really, really want you to change this way of being. So this isn't about something that they're doing. It's more a quality of being that you want to change, a quality of their personality, a way in which they are. Yeah, and we'll demonstrate it. So you'll see what we mean. So I'm going to be partner A in this example, and Mark is going to be partner B, and we've got a PDF, so you'll get all the PDF and everything. So I think I need that one. So I'm going to be the first one, and I'm going to be owning something about Mark that I want him to change. I want him to be different. So I want you to be more responsive. So that's what I'm naming as the thing I want him to change, the thing I want him to be different with. I want him to be more responsive. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to name that really clearly and own it 3 times. And I'm going to say it in a particular way. I want to force you to be more responsive. I want to force you to be more responsive. I want to force you to be more responsive. So we're going to take you through a series of questions. So the next one is, underneath that, I want to, what is it that I want to feel? If he was more responsive, what am I hoping to experience? What am I hoping to feel? If you were more responsive, I'm hoping to feel a sense of connection, of warmth, of understanding, of collaboration, of joy.
And I should be helping Jules with this, actually. So those are the positive things you want to experience if I were like this. So if you were to force me, what are the feelings that you don't want to feel that forcing me would be? I want to force you to be so that I want to
force you to be more responsive so that I don't have to feel alone, disconnected. They're basically the opposite of everything that I wanted to experience by him being more responsive. So it's very easy. You just got to flip all the things that I said before. So I don't want to feel alone, disconnected, helpless, powerless, sad. Yeah.
Okay. So from your loving center.
Say it a bit louder.
So from your loving center. So now to transform it from my
loving center. Is what I want to say. From my loving center, I don't want to force you to be more responsive. From my loving center, I don't want to force you to be more responsive. Instead, I'm committed to taking care of my feelings of loneliness, helplessness, powerlessness, loss of connection. So I'm basically saying that I'm willing to take ownership of those feelings, because what I'm doing in trying to get him to be more responsive is so that I don't have to be with those feelings and actually tend to that hurt in me or that wound in me. So the commitment is that they're my feelings, I own them, and I'm committed to working through them so I don't have to change you, make you be different. And then I'm going to say, I wish you the freedom to be who you are. I wish for you the freedom to be who you are. And from my loving center, I wish for you to have autonomy and freedom to be in your own flow moment to moment and engage as you feel moment to moment. And then the final bit, so how is it to hear me say these things?
Yeah, I feel some relief in my body. I feel more relaxed.
And that's it. It's really, really simple. And partner A, again, this is your PDF to have for yourself, which you can follow step by step. And we've given you the sentences, we've given you the gateways in at each layer, so you know exactly what to say and how to say it. Yeah. And it might feel fake when you say, I want to do, and I said, like you're just reading off a page. But the thing is, the more you practice this, hopefully at some point, suddenly you'll actually really feel it. So it's a bit like driving a car, at first, mirror signal maneuver, it all feels a little bit contrived and a bit fake, and you have to think about it. At some point, you actually really connect intuitively to the process of driving the car or playing the musical instrument. So this is your musical instrument, and you're learning to play it so that you can genuinely feel it. Yeah. So Mark's going to do one, and we won't talk in this one so that you can just get the whole flow.
Okay. Jules, I want you to be more affectionate. I want to force you to be more affectionate. I want to force you to be more affectionate. I want to force you to be more affectionate. I want to feel connected. I want to feel loved. I want to feel cared for. I want to feel cherished. And I want to force you to be affectionate so that I don't have to feel alone, unloved, abandoned. So from my loving center, I don't want to force you to be more affectionate. Instead, I'm committed to taking care of my feelings of aloneness, despair, abandonment. And I wish you the freedom to be exactly who you are. From my loving center, I wish for you to be free to be who you are and to act on your own impulse. So how is it to hear me say all that to you?
It's really nice to hear you say that you wish for me to be able to act on my own impulse. That really touches me, and it means something to me. I actually feel more loving towards the results. So you get the process.
So this is a practice to take away, and if you have an opportunity to maybe try and go through that.
And again, if
tomorrow.
it doesn't feel safe to do this practice in the company of your partner, you can do it by yourself. You know, you can sit in the room by yourself and go, yep, I want to force him to be more responsive. I really, you know, acknowledging it to myself. Okay, and what is it I'm hoping to experience if you did that? What am I not willing to feel? You can go through that in the privacy of your own room. If you're not ready, it's a beautiful thing to do together, and it's a very intimate thing to do. This is intimacy. This is emotional intimacy, and sort of like a soul intimacy of your hearts. And there has to be enough goodwill for you to be able to do this together. And it's a very much, both these practices are tools that can be picked up and put down. You know, hopefully you can just use them in your day to day. But initially, we would recommend, when you're sitting down and feeling in a good space together, that you actually do the practices together and go, yeah, okay, so let's think of a time recently where we felt whatever it was, and give it a go. Yeah. Matthew and Esmeralda, you got your hand up.
Yeah, if you're doing that exercise and in the moment you can't access that last bit in yourself of, from my, genuine center, I want freedom for you, blah, 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 what do you do then?
It's a good question. So that's kind of almost like a bonus sentence, but you can say, which is written down here, instead, I'm committed to taking care of my feelings, and I wish you the freedom to be exactly as you are. I mean, that in essence is it. Yeah. The next sentence, from my loving center, I wish for you, that is more a sort of, if you have access to that, it's lovely to be able to bring that. But you might not have access to that. That's absolutely right. You might not. Yeah. But you can practice saying, I wish for you to be exactly as you are. Even if you're like through gritted teeth, it's like, don't, I'm still in it. It's like just what it does to your neurological pathways to say it, even if you don't feel it. It does shift something. It can shift something if you can find the discipline to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're in eye contact, feeling that gritted teeth. It's like, I wish for you to be who you are, to have the freedom to be who you are. And it's like, as you say it through your gritted teeth and you're looking, it's like something in your system might just start to go, oh, well, yeah, I do actually. Do you see what I mean? It's a call to the part of you that can genuinely connect with that. By saying it, it invites the possibility. But if you haven't got anything more than that, totally fine. Yeah, because that's the next level of sort of empathy, in a way, of being able to tune into the other and feel maybe what it is that, is behind that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, great, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.